So let me make sure I'm recording. Fantastic. Yeah. So welcome, everybody. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Please, can you just put your name in the chat and where you're tuning in from today? What part of the world are you tuning in from? Are you in Nigeria? Are you somewhere in Africa? Wherever you are, please let us know. It's a great networking is one of my favorite things to do, and you can network right there in the chat. You never know what collaborations or opportunities are available for you in this room. So make sure you introduce yourself in the chat. Tell us where you're coming from and all. Okay. So yes, as I was saying, I always, I've done this cohorts, different participants, different women, different sectors, but I've never done a live webinar with one of my students. And I thought it would be great for two reasons: to show people, live facts, live facts, so that you wouldn't think that all these my testimonials, I've gone to get them from somewhere, but also to share a different perspective, right? It's great to have an objective view of the course, but also of the person, the sought after expert that she has become. And I couldn't think of no other person than Constance. And I always use Constance as an example because a lot of people in different professions are always like, my profession is not HR. So because not HR, I really don't know how to share online. I don't know what I will write and everything. And I always use Constance as an example, because Constance, she's an in-house counsel, an award-winning in-house counsel, I should say, and soon to be author. Constance, I hope it's okay for me to say that, right? But she's also into maritime law, right? Maritime law. Now that is as niche as you can get. Right? So for people that are thinking, what can I write about? My topic is not. So that's why I really wanted her to come here and talk about how she's able to create content, and of course, about the LinkedIn visibility course. Anyway, so without further ado, let us welcome our award-winning in-house counsel, Constance Evi Omagbemi. Yay!
Hello, good evening, everyone. Sorry, where I am is not very, very conducive. So sorry, that's why I had to put a beautiful picture so you can at least see my face.
Oh, at some point, I hope we'll be able to see your face at some point. Let them not think I brought one fictitious person.
Okay, I will try, but like where I am I'm on the road actually.
Okay, but at some point, maybe before we go, you can just turn on your camera so at least people can put the face to the voice. Okay. Fantastic. Constance, how are you today? First of all, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. I'm very fine.
Fantastic. So Constance, maybe you want to introduce yourself, tell people a bit about you, what you do, so that they can get a bit more perspective.
Okay, so you've said a lot already, but you forgot to mention that I'm a public servant, or will I say civil servant?
Yeah. A civil servant.
You don't really find us on LinkedIn. And when I started this journey and all that, people don't like it. A lot of people, they don't take civil servants seriously, but they forget that we set all the policies for everything that happened in the country. But anyway, that's just by the way. Okay, so I'm a lawyer, like she said. I worked in the 2 law firms in Lagos before I joined the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency in 2013. So when I was in law practice, I was actually into litigation. I did a lot of, because I knew I had limited time. For my own plans and dreams, I had limited time to stay in law practice. So I tried to get as much experience as I could. I put myself in projects that they don't even put me. I find a way to put myself because I knew I had limited time. So I tried to gather as much experience as I could. So currently I work in NEMASA. So I used to be in the legal department, but I currently work with one of the executive directors as his technical assistant. So that's about me. Okay, like Dr. Glory mentioned, I'm currently, before the end of the year, by the grace of God, as soon as I get the trademark, the trademark is 75% approved already because I need to protect my ideas. And I spoke with Dr. Glory about this. I don't want to start using my name and my ideas already. So I'm trying to get a trademark. So as soon as I get the trademark approved, then I should launch my book. That it's about diligence anyway.
So yeah. So your award, you've not told them about your award. I said you're an award-winning counsel.
Okay, so for that, okay, so my organization, just to like motivate staff to be more committed and give their best. So they got PwC as a consultant to start what we call the Employee of the Year. I know a lot of organizations they do it, but this one was actually very big because I mean it wasn't in-house. It was managed by two consultants. So for the first year of that award, actually, I came second. I didn't win the first time. I've never told you this, Dr. Glory. I came second, and I thought I was going to win that first time, but I didn't win. Somebody else won. So I gave myself a 1 year break, and I gave myself a 1 year break. So for the third year, I mean, of course, nobody knew I was eyeing the award, but I mean, if there's something I consider myself hardworking. So if there's going to be an award for the most hardworking staff employee of the year, why not? Why not me? So I actually prepared, and by the grace of God, I won the award at the third year when it was done. And at the time I won that award, I was pregnant. I was 4 months pregnant, and I was also nursing a baby. So I
Mm,
like to highlight that part because
mm.
women, I know we face a lot of challenges in terms of balancing home and marriage and work, but you can have it all. I have it all. You can
Amazing,
actually,
amazing.
you can have it all. But yeah.
Thanks for sharing that, Constance. So, Constance, why did you decide? Why did when it's no doubt that you are hardworking, diligent, as we say, and all of that. But why was thought leadership important for you? And as we say, we don't really see that many public servants on LinkedIn, right? So
Okay.
why was it important for you to go on LinkedIn and to then be a thought leader?
Okay. So during the lockdown, I mean, activities they were slow generally, so it was a time a lot of us we had time to actually reflect on our journeys, professional journeys and all that. So I spent I'm sure a lot of people here as well, I spent a lot of time on social media during that period, and that's when I actually found Dr. Glory, and I started following her and reading content. And I mean, so I tried to implement some practical things she was sharing about as at that time, I didn't have a profile picture on my LinkedIn page. So, but just following her, I tried to implement some things. So I put up a profile picture. I tried to redesign my LinkedIn page to the best of my ability. And when I did that, I actually I got an offer not long after I did those changes. I had just about 200, 150 followers, connections at that time. But when I made, as in following some tips she implements about being, what's it called, visibility tips, I put up a profile picture, and okay, so why I didn't want to come up on LinkedIn, I consider myself a private person. So I didn't want all my school, where I went to, all my history. I mean, I didn't want village people to to know to know all what was about me. But I mean, I realized that look, if nobody knows you, I mean, you can't really get some stuff. And we live in a global world right now. Technology is, I mean, is changing a lot of things. And I mean, for professionals, I mean, LinkedIn is like the number one platform that you should be on. So just following little tips Dr. Glory was sharing, I redesigned my LinkedIn page, and not up to 2 weeks later, I got an offer to from South Africa. Actually, it was too good to be true. I got
Hmm.
an offer for a compliance director. In fact, when I told the director in my organization then, and she was like, that I don't think he's not director like our director in this organization. No, I she was just trying to like belittle the offer and all that. I found it funny, but I told myself like, oh, if just implementing these little tips, I could be getting offers, and I mean, people were viewing my page and all that. I now decided to like go all the way. So I signed up for Dr. Glory's program
Hmm.
just because of the little tip I implemented. So I said, oh, there must be more to where
Hmm.
this. That's what happened. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. So when you were, and guys, please feel free to ask Constance questions. So if you have any questions, put it in the chat. It's a conversation between all of us, right? So Constance, when you now joined the program, right? Did you what were some of your takeaways? Was it worth it for you? You know, what were some of your takeaways from the program?
Okay, so first of all, I am a very prudent person. I don't like to spend money anyhow. So like when I told my husband I was signing up for this program, he was like, it was like money they cash you. I said it's not money they cash you. That see, just implementing this little tip. See how I mean, at least people are contacting me for opportunities and all that. But okay, so okay, I must say something. You know, LinkedIn is not where you go and look for job. Yes, I know a lot of people they've gotten a job, but there's more. There's more to LinkedIn than going to get a job. My sister in Milan, she's been pushing me for years now. Oh, come on LinkedIn, and all that. Because she knew I was looking to switch careers at the time. So she was like, come on LinkedIn. But now I'm on LinkedIn. I'm not looking for a job there. I mean, there's more to LinkedIn. So when I told, as in my husband, he was like, oh, why will you pay such an amount of money just to get someone to coach you on just LinkedIn? I said, I will do it anyway. And I did it, and I don't regret it one bit. I don't regret it because, in fact, I've gotten my money back earlier this year.
Are you serious? You didn't tell me.
Yes, I've gotten my money back. It's that good. And I got the money back in dollars, not
Hey.
naira.
Oh, praise Jesus. This my students. And you didn't even send me a message to say, oh, Dr. Glory,
I was actually going to do that. I was going to do that, but I was going to do that. Just
amazing. Congratulations. So for you, what were some of the things? Obviously, don't give them all our secrets from the course, but what were some of the things that you did that you felt really made the difference on your profile?
okay, first thing first. First thing first. So I would describe LinkedIn as a land flowing with milk and honey. Meaning the opportunities they are endless. I mean, you can't even tell how many million, I can't even remember how many million people are using LinkedIn now, Seth.
750 plus.
Okay, so it's a land flowing with milk and honey. But just like a farmer in any land that is very fertile, you have to plant something. You have to plant something. And what you plant on LinkedIn is content. It's content.
Oh,
It's
that's
content.
such a quote.
And before you even say, okay, so content, what do I write? What do I write? Okay, so I would say I won't sing it, but I will just say a line from, I don't know how many of you know Sam Cooke. He's one of my favorite soul, I mean the best soul singer of all time, if you ask me. So there's this song that says, I don't know much about history. I don't know much about history. I don't know much biology, but I do know maritime law. I know maritime law. I know the sector. So before I left the law practice, so I had done one or two litigations on maritime. So, but like now I work with the maritime regulator. So it's I've been exposed to a lot of aspects of the maritime regulatory what's it called, work. So I know maritime law. So it was easy. So apart from knowing maritime law, so okay, as a lawyer, I have litigation experience. I'm a chartered secretary. I'm an arbitrator. So I mean, to decide on the content to write, it was actually difficult. It was really, really difficult. But that's one first step you need to be clear about. And for Dr. Gloria, I'm surprised how she works with like people from different fields, and she's able to actually guide them on deciding that factor. It's like okay, your vision, your brand. So it was very hard for me to define okay what I wanted to be known for, because I was good at a lot of things. I mean, I was good at a lot of things. So, but I mean, when I searched I did some soul searching, and I settled for maritime law. And so now when you come to maritime law is broad, is broad, is broad. So I chose maritime security because there are a lot of issues within Nigeria, the Gulf of Guinea. So, okay, so let me just say this quickly. So as a professional, I mean, everybody on LinkedIn, even physically, professionals, they solve problems. They solve problems. So, I mean, if you are working, whether you are working, you have your own business, or you're working for an organization, I mean, you are solving a problem. So I mean, I saw it from that aspect. So for maritime though, I was like, oh, so what's the big issue? What's the big problem? It was piracy, pirates, pirates. I mean, vessels can come. I mean, the cost of insurance for vessels coming to Africa, the Gulf of Guinea, it jumped. I mean, it's crazy, and that's the. I mean, everybody feels the ripple effects because it's passed down to the goods that you buy every day. So I said, okay, so maritime security was a challenge. I'd done some work in that area, so I started researching on maritime security. So my content on LinkedIn right now is so I started with that, with maritime security. But like I said, I'm good at a lot of things. So with time, I'm going to actually um, branch out into other aspects of my talents. Let me put it that
Your
way.
brand.
Yeah.
So what were some of the initial results that you got that surprised you when you started with the course? What were some of the initial results that you got that surprised you?
Okay. So okay, so before on LinkedIn, I didn't have any strategy. Let me say it this way. I just connect with anybody. I mean, I didn't have any strategy. But after I defined my brand, I mean, like I had a vision. So it's not everybody that will fit into that vision. So when I started publishing content, then I signed up for the free premium, what's it called? Premium membership.
LinkedIn membership.
LinkedIn Premium. So with that, I could see people that were looking at my profile, and I was surprised one day I saw the Oga Patakpata of my organization. He was actually looking at my profile, and I was like, "Oh, really? I must be doing something to catch their attention." So right now, so because of my premium membership, I could see. So the results, one of the results I saw was that I mean I was getting connection requests from people that share the same passion like me. So like there's a lady from Manila. So I mean she's my friend now. She's my friend. It's beyond LinkedIn now. And once COVID, the restrictions are down, we are actually planning to hook up.
Amazing.
She's very passionate because okay, so you see problems they are this. So this piracy that we are dealing with, for example, in the Gulf of Guinea, in the Gulf of Aden, which is our own region, they have the same challenge. So she was like, "Oh, let's collaborate, let's publish an article together on this." Me addressing it from my own regional background. So I mean, I've been able to connect with people of like minds. In fact, one of the first jobs I got, one of these first speaking engagements I got through LinkedIn, it was a lady that engaged me on one of my articles I published. And I mean, she was just lashing out to me. Oh, but you work with the government and you are not doing this. Everything eat money, eat money. So I was responding with facts. I mean, I tried to just focus on the issue. I was responding with facts to her about the situation that I mean she was actually addressing. And at the end of the day, we ended up. I mean, we are in the same line. So we ended up being, will I say, professional acquaintances and all that. And she was one that actually recommended me for, I mean, one of the very first jobs I did after taking the visibility course.
Amazing. 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 Thank you for sharing, Constance. So, Constance, where are you now in your brand and what's next for you?
Okay, so you know the thing about this thing is that it's anything you are doing in life to get the best out of it, you have to be consistent. So I've tried to do that. So I mean, there are very very good strategies Dr. Glory shares in her coaching program. That's I mean I would say I'm just implementing 20% of it, and I'm getting results already because, like I mentioned, I'm trying to finalize my book. So that's actually taking a lot of my time and of course work as well. So I mean there's a strategy about I don't know if I should say that. Should I tell them?
just
That
just talk high level, no nitty gritty, high level. I'm sure everybody's
okay.
swearing for me in the chat.
Okay, so there's a strategy that actually helps you to stay consistent. So like I said, I'm just implementing 20%. I'm not even doing up to 50% of what she's actually she has revealed to us. And so yeah, consistency. I mean, you have to be consistent, because when people are already like they're looking forward to, like there's somebody that told me, I mean, it's not even in Nigeria, that he looks forward to reading from me every time. So for in about 1 month now, I don't think I've posted anything because I've really been busy with other things. So I mean, I can imagine I'm breaking his heart, but at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I'm sure it will be worthwhile when I eventually post. So yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Guys, I want to open it up for questions. I really don't want this to be too long. So I just wanted it to be 30 minutes, maybe 35. So I want to open it up for questions. If you have any questions, please just raise your hand. You can type it in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and ask. So any questions for Constance? And while you're thinking of your questions, Constance, I have one question for you. What would be your advice to people that are here that are thinking, first of all, before you even advise them, okay, Stella, I see your hand, I'll come to you in a second, about, they're hesitant about, LinkedIn, fear of what people will say and everything, especially for you that you work for government, what would you advise them if they're having those kind of fears?
Well, I was just talking to somebody this morning. Fear actually, I mean, it holds a lot of people back from, especially women. Yeah, men, I think they are more comfortable in taking risk. Let me put it that way. But I mean, you have to life. You only have one life to live, so you have to actually step out of your comfort zone. I mean, okay, so see Okonjo, whether she's playing on a global level right now and all that. She's doing well for herself and all that. If I don't know, so it depends. At the end of the day, it depends on your passion and all that. But like for you to go, I mean, if you have the plans to go global and all that, you really need to step out of your comfort zone. You have to step. I actually struggled with putting all my history, my school, all the I mean details of the work that I do. I struggled with that, but like for like especially for um I don't know what word do I use to describe them now, for the Westerners, like they I mean transparency is something like, I mean, that helps your brand. And if they can relate to you, so the more open you are, I mean, the more open you are about certain things, it will attract the right, I mean, people will know what you are all about, and it will attract the right people to you. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Stella, we have a question from Stella. Stella, do you want to unmute yourself and ask your question?
Okay. Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you, Gloria. Somehow I joined late, sorry, but I think I heard Constance talk about being good at many things. And somehow I fall in this category. Honestly, I've been on LinkedIn, also have some content I've posted so far, but most times I feel I'm not really, I don't know, somehow you are confused, you don't know which one. But I want to ask Constance, at what point were you able to now define, let me see, your area, the core, like you were talking about maritime. So how were you able to narrow down to this particular maritime you are on now? How were you able to arrive at what you are doing now, in as much as you had so many things you were good on? Because on LinkedIn, you find that when I come there, you are still like, which one will you post? You have so many contents on your head, but you don't really know how to narrow. That's the challenge I'm having at the moment. So I haven't heard it from you. At what point were you able to now say, okay, I'm going to do this? Thank you. You got my question?
Okay. So like I had mentioned already. Yeah, I did. Okay, so for me, the how I resolved on that was okay. So as a professional, I mean, you are trying to solve a problem. I mean, that's what, when you solve problem, that's what brings the money. That when you give value by solving problem, that's what gives the money. So for me, I was okay. It was something I was doing. It wasn't like okay. So the maritime security I publish content on now. Funny, I don't even work in the maritime security department in my organization. I mean, I don't work with them. I don't work with the operations department that handle that. But because I'm very knowledgeable about it, and I realized it was a challenge. It was a challenge. I mean, what's it called? You have a lot of countries, partnering with people in Nigeria to try to solve this problem of maritime security. So I saw it from a problem-solving aspect. So that was an area, one of the areas I was good at, and I mean, it was. I saw it more, so I branched into that and defined that as my brand to try to help to solve the problem. And I've been doing that by my content, and my content has attracted people. Like, they want to hear the kind of solution ideas that I have. So
Okay.
that's how I approached mine. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry.
If I can
Hello.
add, Stella, can you hear me? I wanted to add to that, to what
Okay.
Constance said. So one of the things that will happen, so on the course, you know, I ask you a series in the first part of the course, I ask you a series of coaching questions that will help you to determine your brand, right? Once you determine your brand, the content that you will create is easy. So for example, you might decide that, okay, what I want to be known for, this is what Constance said earlier. When you decide what you want to be known for, based on, this is what she's saying about problem you solve and things like that, those are the kind of coaching questions you will hear on the course, right? So when you answer those questions, you will then begin to see, okay, right now for my goal, this is what I want to concentrate on. This is what I want to be known for. So like she said, now there are many things that she wants to do, but she has established herself, first of all, as a maritime expert, right? In the Gulf, especially with security, Gulf of Guinea. And now she's going to be adding new things to that brand, right? So it's first of all, understanding, what do I want to do now? Building on that, and then you can add new things.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
I thought Gwen had her hand up. Am I correct? Gwen, are you there?
Sorry, I'm here. It was an error. I'm sorry.
All right,
Good
okay,
evening, all.
no worries. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? I want to start rounding up now with Constance. Okay, so Constance, my final question to you is, for people that are on the, sorry, if you're sending me a chat, I'll read it in a bit. For people that are here and are thinking, should I sign up for the course? Should I not sign up for the course? What is your, and please, I all know, so I didn't pay Constance before people think that I bribed her. What is your advice to them? Is it worth it to sign up for the course?
Like I mentioned this already. I don't spend money anyhow. I don't spend money anyhow. So for me to actually pay to actually get this knowledge that has actually helped me, I don't regret it. So so the question you need to ask yourself is that, I mean, are you really, like I said, is a LinkedIn is a land flowing with milk and honey. Do you want to actually plant content? Are you ready to okay, so there are some people that they are still in the privacy mode. They don't want to be known out there already. If you are going to play on LinkedIn, that means you are ready to engage. You are ready to engage. So this course is what it simplifies the process. It simplifies the process. So I don't like going around in circles. And you know, I mean, for Christians here, the children of Israel, it took them 40 years to cross the promised land, and it should have taken them 40 days or so. I mean, you can try on your own. No, there's nothing wrong. Like me, when I was following Dr. Glory, she shares little tips, and on my when I see the advert for this coaching, I was like, you want to do this money? It's not me and you. So I was just implementing the little tips she shares. But like when I came to the course, it was just a tips of the iceberg. She's giving all what you see her doing for free on social media is nothing compared to the value you get. Like I said, I've gotten the money back for this course. And in fact, when my husband that was on my case was like, I'm spending money in here. When I showed them the check of what they paid me in dollars for one of the speaking engagements, I said, okay, see, it was an investment. So sincerely, it will shorten the process if you want to build a brand on LinkedIn. And like I was telling some of my friends that actually asked me about this program, it doesn't matter whether you work, okay, so sorry to say this, let me just say, so someone like my husband, for example, that he's in oil and gas. Like when I talk to him about LinkedIn, he's like, he doesn't say, because he feels, he's well paid and all that. But your value, your value is your value. You should detach yourself from your organization. So if you work in ExxonMobil, for example, that shouldn't be your brand that, oh, you work in ExxonMobil. What do you do? What are you good at? What do they know you for? What do people know you for? Because, like, I mean, jobs can come and go, but you remain yourself. So that's it. And this course will help you shorten the process.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Constance. I think we can start to wrap up now. If you have any questions, please let me know, or raise up your hand. Feel free to raise up your hand as I start to wrap up, or put it in the chat. So guys, you heard it from the horse's mouth. The LinkedIn Visibility Coaching Program is available to you. Somebody's sending me a chat, 1 second. Okay. So the person that just sent me a message now about private coaching, please send your email address via the chat, and I will send you some information. So just send me your email address. Okay, so as I was saying, guys, so the LinkedIn Visibility Coaching Program, it will help you do 3 key things. The first of all is clarity around your brand, right? Clarity around your brand. Who am I as a professional? What do I want to communicate around that? You also get a free LinkedIn makeover, right? Second thing it will help you do is your network. Who, based on this brand I'm trying to create, who needs to know about me, right? You will develop it on your own. I will show you the process for doing that. You will develop it on your own. And then I will show you the strategies for finding the people using LinkedIn. The third thing you will do is content. Like, I love what Constance said about content. How did she say it? She said, what did you say, Constance? You said it's the milk in LinkedIn.
I said LinkedIn is a land. I said LinkedIn is a land flowing with milk and honey. What you plant is content.
What you plant is content. I love it. I love it. Yes. So content is what you plant, right? And I will show you how my own strategy for creating content is what I show you. And you will be able to use that strategy. Regardless, if you change your brand in 5 years, you'll be able to use that strategy. Strategy is very, very simple, right? So those are the 3 things that you get. Now, there are 3 ways you can take part in this course. The first is you can now get an online course only option. So you get the course, you get a makeover, you don't have to join the group coaching. So you watch the videos, you fill out the workbooks on your own. The second version is you get all of that. So that's the online course, the workbooks, everything, the LinkedIn makeover, but you're also part of the group coaching process, right? And the group coaching is now 12 weeks. I think when Constance did it, it was 8 or 10 weeks. I can't remember. It's now 12 weeks, right? Or you can say, oh, I'm not really good in groups, and you can do one-on-one coaching. So those are the 3 ways that you can take part in this course. If you want information on one-on-one coaching, please email me on glory@inspire. Well, if you are here, please, can you just put my email address and your email address? I hope she's here. But let me just put my email address and your email address. Okay, so somebody's asking, when is the next coaching program? Okay, I've seen your message, Yemi, thanks. What was I answering now? Okay, yes, when is the next coaching program? So the next batch actually starts, everybody will start getting their login details from the 5th of August. And then if you are doing the group coaching program, you get, our first class is on the 12th of August, and it will run for 12 weeks. So I think it will be ending in October, right? So 12 weeks till October. So if there are any other questions, can I see, are there any other questions? Okay. Oh, thank you, Joyce, for sharing my email. Yes, so that's my email, glory@inspiredbyglory.com. Fantastic. Any questions, guys, for myself or Constance? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, Pelumi has also shared our email addresses. If you have any questions, please, this is the time to ask about the course. So remember, guys, the discount for the course, also right now, the online, the group coaching is 300K. And the cost always goes up. When Constance did this, I think hers was 250 or 220. I can't remember. So the price is always going up. So it's better you buy it now before one day you come and it's another price. Okay. So it's 300K now until the last day of July. So 31st of July. And then the price then goes up to 350. So if you want to get it, please. And if you've ever been on my emailing list, you will know by now that the day I say the price is ending is the day the price will end. Then we will be accepting, we will close registrations, I think on the 7th of August, if I'm correct. So please, please, please make sure make sure that if you are interested, you register before the deadline for payments or for when we will close the course. I don't think I will run another group coaching program until end of October, beginning of November. So please, 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 if you are interested, now is the time. Okay, thank you. People are sending me private messages. Okay, Gwen is asking me how much. So like I said, 150,000 Naira for the online version, so video only version. And then 300,000 Naira for the group coaching version. Please remember that these prices will each go up by 50,000 Naira from Sunday. Please, if Sunday is the 31st of July, whenever the 31st of July is. Okay, thank you to everybody. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Oh, some people are just joining now. Luckily, I recorded, so the recording will be here. Okay. Hawa says, thank you so much. I'm glad I was here, really inspired. Joyce says, thank you. Okay, guys, if there are no questions, does anybody have questions for me about LinkedIn, about the course? I can stay for another couple of minutes to answer. Okay, Fumilayo, I see your hand is up.
Good evening.
Hi, Fumilayo, how are you?
I'm fine. How was work today?
We thank God.
Okay. I have registered for the online only.
Yes.
But I want to know the difference between the online and the group coaching. Okay. And can somebody join group coaching in future, assuming you want to add it to your own? Is it possible? Because right now, I can't be with you for the group. I'm in Calabar, I told you. So
yes,
physically, I will not be.
No, it's not physical. The group is virtual. Everything is virtual.
Okay, I didn't know. Okay,
yes.
It's virtual.
So let me explain.
Okay.
So the difference between the online only and the group coaching, and I will explain how the group coaching works. Thank you for asking, Fumilayo. So first things first, the online coaching, you have access to the video lessons and the workbook, and you will get a makeover. The key difference is that you won't have the group coaching sessions. The group coaching sessions are when we come together every week for 12 weeks. And we come and we talk about how to implement what you have learned in the videos, right? So that's the key difference. Now, how does the group coaching work? So we meet once a week, either Thursday or Friday evenings at 7 p.m. and we meet for 2 hours, right? Now, what we do during the group coaching is you've already watched the videos. So it's not me coming with slides again. You've already watched the videos. You have filled in your workbook. When you then come for the coaching, now, usually sometimes in a class size, we can have between 10 to 20 people. I usually don't have more than 20 people in a class. Otherwise, it just gets really rowdy. What we do is we have something called hot seats, right? So a hot seat is where you now say, I want it to be me. Today, I want everybody to focus on me. So we have 3 hot seats per class, right? So you book your hot seats. When you come for the hot seats, you are sharing your workbook. We are all looking, everybody in class, we are looking at it. We are saying, oh, this is right, this is good, this is bad, everything. So it's really it can be very intense. Some people, in fact, some people, they are like, oh, they don't want to do the hot seats at all. But I always advise people to do the hot seats, right? Now, the great thing that we do, and we didn't used to do this during Constance's time, we also have a LinkedIn group, right? So we have a group on LinkedIn, right? So that's where we do most of our communication. When it's time for you to start sharing your articles, you will actually post your content first in our private LinkedIn group. And then everybody will then start commenting. So you are commenting on Fumilayo's article. This is if you are in the group coaching version, not the online course version.
Okay.
Let me just say this now. So you are commenting on, okay, actually we had this in Constance's time. You are commenting on Tomisin's article. You're commenting on Iola's article. Everybody's giving themselves feedback before you then publish on the public LinkedIn. So before you publish, and when you publish, you tell everybody, I've published, so people will quickly go and leave comments for you, like it, all of that, so that it will boost, it will help to boost your visibility as well as your confidence, right? But after a while, you won't even need to be doing that. In fact, I think Constance only shared her article maybe twice. After 2 times, man, she was just posting anyhow on LinkedIn. I'll just wake up, I'll see Constance has posted. Do you understand? So it's really great. There are a lot of people, even now, my last group, they're still posting among themselves and learning among themselves, because I keep the group going after the program finishes, right? So hope that answers your question and that gives you a bit more scope on the difference between the online course and the group course, the group coaching. Fumilayo, does that answer your question?
Yes, but can I still do it in future in case I want to do that group coaching? Is it possible?
Yes, you can. If you want to do the group coaching in future, it is possible. So, but it will either be, if you want to do it now, you will have to join this group. If you want to do it in future, you have to wait until the next cohort to do it.
Okay, though I'm doing the online only now, I paid already. But...
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Okay.
All right, hi Nancy.
Sorry, I just wanted to add that. Hello, Dr. Glory.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Okay,
please.
so for the I know the personal one is actually even more expensive, like ×4 of the group coaching one. But I actually preferred the group coaching one because, like, we're about 12 or 15 or so. But so we learned from each other. I mean, if it's cheaper than the personal one, but I learned a lot from the other ladies that I was with. And in fact, there are two of them now, two of the ladies I met at the group coaching program. We're doing things together. Like, I mean, because there's people of like minds. For anybody to bring that kind of money to want to just for personal development, it's not as if the organization that's sponsoring you. You must really be very serious about it. So I mean, I like the group coaching program.
So the group coaching, I won't even lie. That's one of the things that people like about the group coaching, because you're not alone in the journey, right? So there's a lot of camaraderie when you're like, you know, especially our first session can be a bit intense, because this is where you're finding out about your brand. So a lot of people at that point, they're confused. They're not sure of their accomplishment. They're not sure of this. It's very encouraging to see other women saying, but you're doing well, you're doing this, or most 100% most of the time is women, but now I accept men into my programs. But before it used to be women. So when Constance did, it was all women. So everybody's encouraging you and everything. So there's a lot of camaraderie, there's a lot of support. So the people that choose one-on-one coaching are people who are not able to do the group, or they need bespoke care, right? Their own things, I don't want to use issues, but their own is a bit deeper, right? But there are people that do group and they enjoy it, they love it, right? So it's, and people that can meet as well, people that maybe they only have weekends, for example, to do this, you know, once you miss the class for the group, you've missed it. You can watch the replay, but there's no makeover class. So that's the main difference. Okay, Nancy, did you want to say something?
Yes, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, please, you've answered most of my questions already. Interested the one about, is it possible to have a mixed kind of program? Because I would like the group coaching, I would like to join the group coaching, but I might not be available at all times. So is it possible to have maybe the videos and then the group coaching or something? Because now you're saying that if you missed it, we missed it. And
you still get the replay of that group coaching session. So let's say you're not able to come on Friday, when we have Friday, you get the next, by Saturday, we would have sent you the replay for that group, for that session. So you still get,
Can we also contact you as well, like personally, like to have one-on-one? I know it's not like something we subscribe for, but if I want to still contact you while joining the group coaching, can I do so?
So it depends on what level of contact you want. Something where you have a question and everything, of course. But if it's something
like an immediate question.
And sometimes I even like that, because so sometimes people will say, "Oh, Glory, how do we do this on LinkedIn?" And I'll be like, "Okay, I'll do a video and I'll share it with everybody." Because I'm like, oh, if you're having this problem, maybe other people are having this problem as well. And I can quickly do a video and put it on the LinkedIn group for everybody to see. So I don't mind, like, if you send me an email and everything, I'm available. Obviously, I won't be able to be answering back to back and things like that. But yeah, it's fine to do that. But if it's something where we require bespoke time, then I might have to charge you for that one-on-one time.
Thank you.
Hope that answers your question, Nancy.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
So, Dr. Gloria, I'd just like to say something finally. I know a lot of people here, they are more of like career people. If you're an entrepreneur, probably this is not for you. But like if you work for a company, I just want to emphasize why you need to build your brand. Your organization is your organization. You are you. So as in this branding thing is so crucial. It's very critical. you need to build your brand. It's good to be loyal to your organization, but first of all, be loyal to yourself. A lot of people that are very loyal to their organization, but they don't care about their brand. So like this coaching program, it will help you to actually define your brand with clarity. I mean, no mistakes about it. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you very much for sharing that.
Sorry, can I follow up on that question? This is Gwen.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah, so that's a bit curious. Constance, thank you for that feedback. Now, will you expand a little bit why you think that entrepreneurs would not need this?
Okay, so entrepreneur, you own the company now. So you're building both your brand and as in like, well, I say it's fused together. But like if you're working for like for an organization, if you're an employee, a lot of times you get caught up in the work, in doing the work without trying to like build your brand. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, so I don't think she was saying that you don't need the course if you're an entrepreneur. I don't think that's what she was just saying, that in terms of building, I mean, Constance.
Yes.
That's what you're just talking about your brand, needing to define that brand is very important for professionals. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Of course, entrepreneurs, they need the course as well now, because like it's how will I put it? It's 2 in 1. You own the brand, as in you own the company, is you, everything. So I mean, you need it as well.
All right, thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Nancy, your hand is still up. I think I've answered your question already. Is there anybody?
Yeah, sorry. Yes, you have.
Okay, guys. So if there are no questions, let me say we have stayed longer than we planned. Constance, thank you so much for staying with us.
Just to add something, Gloria, you're so real. I mean, authentic. I mean, I'm very encouraged, frankly.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I don't understand. Were you expecting me to be okay? Okay, thank you.
No flares. Yeah, no flares. I mean, you're just very real. Oh, so please, well done. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. As women, we have to learn to accept compliments. No, but I am. Thank you very much for noticing, Gwen. I appreciate it. Okay, guys. So, Constance, thank you so much. I know that you are busy. I know I'm looking forward. Please, when our book comes out, hey, we are ready to accelerate this brand. And guys, I will be sending an email to all of you that came to listen to Constance here. You must buy a book. Okay, Constance, please let us know how we can support you on your branding journey and your book journey. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you. This is not the first time. Constance, sometimes I will send people to Constance because they want an independent review, and you are always very gracious. I'm sure in your mind, you're like, what is this? I took one course, let me go. But you're always very gracious. I'm very thankful for your time and your positive feedback. Thank you very much, Constance. And to everybody that is here today, if you have any questions, now's the time. If you don't, can say good night. Oh, Faith, don't worry, there's going to be a replay. We'll share the replay tomorrow. Don't worry, if you're just coming in, don't worry, there'll be a replay. I recorded it. Okay. Thanks, Constance. Thanks, everybody. Good night, everybody. Good night. I'm looking forward to welcoming
Good night, Doctor. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much.